Well, Bob's here. You don't want to start early.
No, not at all. All right, work session, May 2nd. We'll start off with safe build. I know there were some questions last week, and we saw this draft in our packets. So we have some people from Safe Build here to kind of talk about this draft and some questions that we had. We haven't seen you before.
No, yeah, this is my very first case. Impossible unless you were. I was in Denver 3 years ago, so you may have seen.
Okay. And your name is?
I think it's Mike. I'm the new building official for the North End office.
Okay.
Including this jurisdiction. So I wanted to come and introduce myself tonight. And I also wanted to come with the two ladies who are going to explain this draft to you. And Heidi and Kylie, who do an excellent job at Safe Build and put together this information for you. Now, when we get to the questions about, if there are any technical questions or any questions about the inspection that was performed, I believe it was the bike shop that was in question. I'll be happy to speak to those to the best of my knowledge. I haven't seen the plans yet, but I do have enough information that I think I can give you a high level understanding of why it was failed. And then we can go from there. And then if we need to do something else to get it moving quicker, that's a concern. That's really this tomorrow. With that, if you have any questions about the draft or any of those things, let me just hide you. Okay. It looks like just from what I see here, the evaluation is down this year. The permits don't seem to be down that much, but it looks like you had a very big project last year. Evaluation, one project at $600,000, which had value of what was that?
That was our rec center.
Ah, okay. So that project had valuation. If it wasn't for that project, we would be 100% higher in valuation than what we did last year, as you can see. So we're pretty. You guys are feeling pretty good. We had one big project last year. Aside from that, this year we've already issued. It's like 17 permits, where last year this time we had 11. And again, without that large project, you'd have had $70,000 valuation last year. At this time, this year we're at 112, this time we're 13.
I think one of the questions is Bob's question. Did you have something, Bob, that said
It was on the percentages of
fail?
Yeah. Fail. Yeah. It's, I didn't, somehow I couldn't analyze, so
And I did give them the revised one that.
Yeah, and you know, there's different reports that you can pull out through Facebook, and so some of them give you a picture of something else, and maybe that doesn't speak exactly to what you're looking at. So I found a couple of things. Sure. Do you mind if I just?
No.
So I pulled up. Is this what you guys were looking at before?
No, the graph, we have this one, but.
So in this one, we'll show, it just kind of shows the expected performance here. You can kind of slide it down. But what ended up happening was, I pulled off the active permits that I could find for the quarter, to kind of give you an idea of what happens when we process the permit and then the inspections take place. The one in question is an ADA, they were making a bathroom ADA compliant, tenant finish at 2731 Colorado Boulevard.
Probably the distillery.
So you can see here, what happened was, and this is the workflow history, so you can kind of follow what's going on here. The permit was issued on March 1st.
Yeah.
And then here's where we start showing the inspections, what happened. So we had a sales code violation. There were 3 sales code violations, but they were all in the same building. What it was is a rough plumbing, rough electrical, and then a rough frame, and they all 3 failed. And they listed the reason here. They were waiting to get information back from the architect. So sometimes what happens is we'll find something with the code base that's made it non-compliant, and then a comment will be sent out, or they'll find that something will be caught when the inspector goes in and sees it and realizes that something isn't meeting the specs to code, and then we'll have notations like that. But that was, we had 3 sales inspections, they're all in one building. Otherwise, everything else is pretty okay. Some of the things that I found when I looked in here, again, will have, a boiler that was, applied for on the 24th of February, and no inspections have been called in yet. So a lot of that falls back on the contract then, they haven't gotten back to ask us to come up to the inspection, so we'll get things like that. This one here was a permit that was issued on the 11th of March. Inspections are still in progress. They don't show any work history on the inspections. Again, they haven't been called in. So that will kind of impact it too. But as far as the failed, I think that was the main thing you had a question.
Yeah, well, somehow I was having trouble adding them up. I can't remember now exactly what the question was.
Yeah,
But it seemed like,
Yeah, this is an update. This is an update.
okay,
Yeah.
are there errors on all
If
that?
there was an error on the inspection. This line were identical, so I didn't have, a breakdown. The numbers are just 15.
Okay,
Which caused me the correction.
okay, yeah, well, all I know is that the math I was using was either faulty or it was, I don't know, but it didn't make any
It was
sense.
a faulty
to me.
graph, yeah.
Oh,
It was a faulty
I'm-
graph. Well, yeah, and I'm not, so. I'm glad you feel better,
It's not a
because
problem.
I didn't feel better when I caught that. Yeah, that's what was on that. We updated the report. But to
Wires.
answer to the specific question on,
Well, yeah.
it was quite freaky. It was one inspection.
Yeah, one complaint I know that we hear pretty constantly is that, and this is probably with any building department too, is that there seems to be delays that cost money before an inspection can be made, and sometimes they seem a little long or something. Of course, they're in a hurry. I always say long, I'm not sure, but I was just wondering, I'm not clear as to how much time, the contract says that there should be between a call and an inspection, and I know you don't probably work on weekends or anything like that, but I don't know what those criteria are.
Sure, we do what we can and work on these 24/7, actually. If I'm not mistaken, the calls that come in today are actually inspection calls.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Inspection,
Yeah,
they
so we
call
only
it
have
out.
inspections on Tuesday.
Okay, then, all right.
So if somebody gets done, really, they usually call it an inspection on Friday.
Yeah, or late Thursday or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So we only come up to Idaho.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's the
so if we
big,
need to change that, we can.
that's the big.
Well, that's something
That's
that
the
we
delay.
may,
Yeah,
In big projects, we will come up more frequently, commercial plants, things like that. We will come up, but we've had, as long as I've been here for 3 years, and we've had a long-standing Tuesday, Thursday with the mountain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Group.
yeah.
yeah, it's been that way forever.
Yeah, it was involved.
Or maybe put an evaluation project on a different town that will come out and evaluation.
Oh, okay.
I was not aware, so that makes sense. I can see what we
so our new, inspector out here is gonna be good.
The new inspector. Well, we still have Mike and,
My goal for this year is.
I thought Mike was gonna be just temporary.
Oh, no, he's still our head down there.
Oh, he
Mike
just,
was going, Mike.
who's replacing Chad?
Mike.
Oh, you're replacing Chad?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I can be up here as well, next days, and you mentioned, we want to come up Tuesday, Tuesday, somebody needs something on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just have a microphone inspection. I mean, that's not a problem. We can
I
make
think they would probably require us to relook at our contract.
possibly, yeah, possibly. But that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, whatever we do.
Yeah.
well, it's not a complaint every day, just kind of comments,
Sure,
now,
yeah.
and it's like any inspection. Oh, great.
Yeah, no matter how.
Why would you do
They probably realize they don't have it.
Well, that explains, okay,
do it.
I don't know.
well, that answers my,
Much like kind of sure the, hopefully the guys in Tennessee.
this here's Chad in Eric,
The inspection is,
oh,
some of
okay.
them, a lot of them are gonna fail,
But Eric,
but eventually they're gonna pass.
isn't one of the inspectors now?
Right.
Oh, okay, all right,
So we need to do ourselves, Mike, and Michael.
yeah.
Is it generally up to,
Okay.
to pay for
Okay.
getting a building up to code or building owner when it comes down to building inspection?
Now say it again.
Is there any rule as to who's responsible for paying for bringing a building up to code? Because, yeah.
And a fail, so do we charge for a failed reinspection?
And I was just telling Jason, the thing with inspections are, people are going to fail. I mean, that's the whole purpose of inspection, to make sure that they're doing it right. But
Yeah.
eventually they're going to pass if they're going to get their CO.
Yeah, well, I would say this, Matt, you're right, it's going to do. We should be educating people about it. I mean, when I look at this, I see an 85% pass rate, 85% pass rate. That's pretty darn good. It really is. I mean, last year you had 62%, but 85% pass rate is pretty good. I mean, can we do better? Sure. But if we're educating people, throughout the project, we shouldn't fail. Yeah.
I think that's been
That
so much
85,
problem
what is
in the
kind of
past.
average overall is, that sounds like,
That's the average for this first quarter.
yeah, I just want to go overall, it's not all
Is that
experience.
On the,
Yeah, inspection pass. Yes. It's hard to say, it varies by jurisdiction and things, and then we do a valid inspection for them. And I don't really do anybody about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
And sometimes when you have more, sometimes when you have less, unfortunately, I think sometimes it means inspector has more training.
Well, yeah, or one mess up has a bigger impact on the percentage.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
All right, I think that's where I kind of skewed the percentages, was that one
right, it was
project.
just that one, right. One permit, one project, and everything else is actually fine.
How many active permits do we have going now?
I don't know about accident.
I printed, I printed the ones that were active, if you wanted to look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 8 active because some that were archived, there might be a few more like another water heater or something like that, but you're actually, and again, some of these, I think one of them back here was pulled on, like here's the water heater, that was pulled on the 29th, and it still hasn't been called in for an inspection. That's either the homeowner or the contractor will call that in for an inspection. But that's the other part of it, is are they doing their part in calling in for that final inspection?
And eventually we'll get to a point where the permit will come close to expiring. So I'm assuming that we'll do a freaking call, say, either your permit call, okay, either your permit is expired, it's getting ready to like come out, but see what the status is.
Furnaces, hot water heaters.
Pretty much anything that has to do with utilities. You have gas, like natural gas, and you're tapping into that natural gas line or water line or
Windows.
electrical panel.
Windows, I thought only if you had changed the size.
No, we still require a permit because we double check the inspector.
The energy.
Railing. Bed. Yes. Wow.
Only if you change the size.
Yeah, I think that's what we haven't done. We did actually have Diane.
Yeah.
So how far off are we as a community that people aren't pulling permits? I mean, should we be seeing a lot more than we're getting? I mean, those rules,
I don't know.
Pretty small, I think it's fine. We have, I mean,
Yeah, if you see where I want to call, so, yeah.
I was in my neighborhood, I mean, I zigzag through just Riverside.
Well, I had somebody throw it at me the other day, they replaced the hundred hot water heaters, you know, never gonna get it.
That's probably a true statement.
Yeah, you probably on top of that.
Yeah.
It depends on who you have to put in your hot water heater, or your, you know, like, when we had somebody come in and we thought it would just be a simple replacement, and he was like, no, I got a full permit.
So here's a problem with that. It sounds like it's just a water heater. If something happens, that water heater, it explodes, it's carbon monoxide, or something like that, then there's legal issue. And then the homeowner has to do a permit. And it's
Oh, that's complicated, so
that
that
complicated.
court case.
Yeah.
And that's bottom line, but of course, safety is bottom line, certainly. And a lot of times something like that happens, the insurance company will call the city or the jurisdiction and ask, is there ever a agreement taken? Yeah. So if we look at them,
Yeah.
Roofing too?
You know, this is a good couple things to tell people when they come in.
I thought you only had to do roofing if you remove the roof, the subsurface, and then put on a whole new roof. If you're just overlaying it, I didn't think there was a permit required.
That's
They
right.
weren't allowing overlay anymore.
I thought you could only do 2 overlays. Again, I'm just going back to Park County to do this stuff, so
yeah, they didn't do it.
they did 2 levels, and then
If you overlay a roof, so most do.
yeah, I wasn't sure. That I have actually had
What is
a
it?
few of those.
Repairs under 100 square feet, that require
Right.
25% of the roof.
25%.
So if I had to have some repairs done on the roof, it's for $400.
As long as it was under, or it was under the 25% of the roof.
I got a lot of roof.
Okay.
Going back to the water heater, Kylie and I were just talking about that too, water heater, the gas fired appliances. That's one way too, with the carbon monoxide, detectors in the home. So you can't really enforce or knock on everybody's door to make sure they have them, but when they are updating an appliance like that, that's the inspectors check for carbon monoxide detectors. That way, like as we stamp the permit report goes out, that carbon monoxide detector is required. And then that's something we expect to look for, those checks to make sure that carbon monoxide detectors are in the home.
It's a state requirement. That's like the other garage, next year, it's also.
Even if you don't have anything gas lines out there? That's ground, we're doing room.
So you're required to have a CO2
Yeah, seal, yeah. Yeah, on new construction, if you.
in a garage?
Yeah, well, no, in your home, if you have an attached garage.
Oh,
And you won't have that CO2 detector. We wouldn't have folks go back and retrofit that. Although, you can buy a plug-in carbon monoxide detector, it's cheap, it's kind of what then. But now, the gas appliances, when you replace them, you have to have a CO2 detector. It can be probably-
You could buy a new Tesla and maybe save the cost of it.
like I mentioned, 42 university shows us on free flowing gas. There's 4 lights on at all times. I have detectors. Yeah.
So I don't know if you've been told, or we're looking at adopting 2015. So our whole county's not on 4 different. And Georgetown just did theirs, so. We're 6.
Someone's on 3.
3. I don't know, no, Georgetown is 9. 18, 9.
Oh my God.
18 or 19?
Pre-international code, yeah, they were. And, I don't even think Silver Form follows any building codes, and Empire is.
The code of quiet.
I imagine mountain people tend to want to avoid any paperwork.
So you said you were gonna talk a little bit about.
I didn't even know you had it.
Oh, yeah. I said I could if you had any specific questions. What I know about it is the reason it failed is that it was a restroom on the plans that were submitted showed 2 restrooms. And the inspector got out, there was 1 restroom gone. And So the important thing about that, the inspector wanted to know what the plumbing code, these are fixtures, so we asked the architect to comment on that. But the important thing is that the architect, CO architect plans are the architect's plans, and we want to make sure that when the job's finished, we have an exact interpretation of what occurred. So that 20 years, 10 years, or whatever, somebody comes back through and says,
retained by you guys, or?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we don't have to,
Oh,
need to bring that to possibly.
someone has to retain it. That's what I'm saying.
You guys, you have
We're
the
doing
right.
it talking here.
It's probably.
I was like, that's a little
digital.
scared about it.
About it?
I think that the one, Michael, that you're referring to is actually the one that we
Handed you,
Yeah,
yeah, I got a little confusion.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
No, like,
No, the bike shop is actually, that one's, it was what.
That was my fault.
Federal
I thought the bike
Reserve.
shop had to be on the jail.
Cause I know there was some issues with the roof over here.
Yeah.
It's finally passed.
On the bike shop.
So what's the failed one, the distillery?
Yeah.
And is it a bathroom issue or?
Yeah, we made a bathroom from
Change after a year?
So we're asking the architect to verify number one, that it's not required. Is that like sales, do you know, is that what it's called?
I'm sorry?
Oh, it's not a bike shop, it's a distillery,
Yeah.
so it's a
Distillery and
tasting room. Okay, so it may very well require that second bathroom, because it's based on height.
It's small though.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tiny, tiny. If they had 10 seats in it, I'd be surprised.
Okay,
Yeah.
do they sell?
Not yet. I mean, they're not even,
No, I mean, are they gonna sell?
yeah. It's only gonna be like, what?
They could only serve like a
100
half
bottle
an
barrel.
ounce.
Yeah, they're selling
Something.
wine.
Yeah.
They might do it. They might do it. But again, I think the main thing is that we have the correct set of plans from the architect, and that is protection and ours.
Because it says that they were actually very honest about not knowing what the hell they were doing, so,
Yeah.
the fishing project, more in a hobby more than it is business, so they might have just thought they could change what they wanted.
That could, so in that case, we need to get.
So we get, yeah.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions for Michael and his colleagues?
Thanks for coming up.
It's a pleasure.
You and Audrey come down and change like on your taxes, and just update documents. Show they have you some reports.
Do you know what reports you're able to run? Have you tried running different reports? You haven't? Yeah, there's something you can